Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us for another episode of We Need a Fourth. We have had such a blast over these first 4 episodes. Cooper Manning, Kenny Mayne, and myself. Will Arnett was amazing. I hope you enjoy it today. We discussed how much Will can bench, actually, gambling on Jai Alai, and, of course, my yoga meditation routine. Will Arnett coming up next, because guess what, everybody? We need a fourth.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our likely award-winning podcast, We Need a Fourth. I'm Kenny Mayne, joined by my playing partners, Cooper Manning, the more honest and sensual of the Mannings, and Brian Baumgartner. You probably know him from The Golf Course or The Office. It's playing all the time. They got their own channel. Happy to be back with you guys. And as our listeners know, and they look forward to this so much to hear about how we have played recently at golf. I have now not seen a sports psychologist. I worked through it myself. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Like, if I get a 44 or a 47, right, what does it matter? Things have changed.
Cooper,
Things have changed markedly.
Interesting.
Except for Cooper's shirt from kindergarten that he wore for this show today.
Cooper, we have to discuss this. I know you're spending some time there in Austin, Texas. Is this you're all in?
Yeah.
There?
Someone mentioned that the other day. It says, like, when you go to Austin, everybody turns into Peter Pan. Like, who do I want to be today? I'm going to be cowboy dipshit. So I went with that today.
Yeah. You went with cowboy dipshit. The look is absolutely endorses that.
Yeah.
Are you wearing these on the golf course yet?
Ooh.
The flowery.
No, I think.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean,
are they snaps? It's got to be snaps, right?
Velcro, maybe. You look like a cowboy male cheerleader. Like, it looks good on you.
It's, I figured I was going to get some grief from Kenny, who always dresses like he's in middle school and says, "I forgot my bag. Is there any clothing in that old locker that's never been used by anybody?"
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, that's right. He's in his, Euro black right there. But no, I thought I was kind of digging around in there, and I went for it today. I thought if you're going to have a special guest, you need to dress special. So I went for it.
Guys, I played with some live golfers this week. Cameron Tringali and Brendan Steele and a couple of friends of mine. We had a great time. Brendan Steele, by the way, no joke, he had 3 eagles in 1 round.
Wow.
So that happened. He made a couple of very, very long putts, and we played Wolf Hammer. Ooh. And I have no idea what we shot because I was playing with pros, but I won the money. So that's really all that matters.
A lot of money?
What's a lot, Cooper?
Well,
and is it legal?
$10 more than Kenny paid for that shirt?
This is Don James football camp, legendary football coach, rest in peace.
Yes,
and I had it on.
Who's our guest today? Come on, let's get to it.
I get to introduce our guest today because I've played golf with him. I've spent a weekend with him before. I've smoked cigars and listened to tunes and laughed my face off. So I feel very honored to introduce a great actor, a great comedian, a writer, a producer. He's very fit. He's made us laugh in shows like Arrested Development, 30 Rock, Murderville, the Lego Batman movie, many, many other, has one of the greatest voices of all time. It's deep, it's sultry. He co-wrote and co-produced and stars in the new movie, Is This Thing On? Is This Thing On?
So
it looks good, directed by his good friend Bradley Cooper, which comes out this December. One about the SmartLess podfathers and the reason we are all together. Will Arnett, we need a fourth, and you are him today, my friend.
Wow.
Welcome to be the fourth.
Oh, there it is.
What's
really
happening?
deep.
I had to deliver when you set me up. Like, I had to come in real low. Hi, boys.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'm in a real ramshackle situation over here. This is janky as hell. I just landed in this new spot, and my setup is less than ideal, but I pulled it off.
Well,
Listen.
you'll fit in nice with this group.
We'll take you, Janky.
Well,
for
wait a
sure.
second. I think that we haven't spent enough. First of all, I'm so psyched to be here with you guys. And I know you guys a little bit. Kenny, I don't really know you, but I've loved you from afar for many years.
Thank you.
I'm a massive fan
Keep talking.
of it all. And you know what? I like your T-shirt.
Thank you.
Okay, so right off the bat,
Boom.
Coop,
Yeah.
I want to say, well, I mean, insert joke here, but, I think with the shirt, it's cowboy, right? It's cowgirl. Let's be frank.
Yes.
A little bit more than anything.
Yes.
And not to, whatever that means.
Right.
But I think you look fantastic. And Bomber, man, it's great to see you, dude.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to take a look at my shirt as well.
Yeah, I can't
PXG. Shout out to
Free
PXG,
shout out.
our favorite.
Is that your gang?
Not a free shout out. What?
Is that your crew? Is PXG your crew?
PXG,
The
yeah.
finest clubs out there right now.
The finest clubs in
Are
all
they,
the land.
are they a sponsor of the show or just you guys individually?
First off, that's none of your business. Let's be clear about that.
Okay.
Working on it.
And secondly, yes, we love PXG.
Well, let
It's
me just
more
say-
that we love them. It's
Yeah.
sort of peripheral that they're actually sponsoring us, but we love them.
Will's wondering what his skim will be on that
Well,
deal.
no, I'm not because listen. I love the gang over to Cushnet. I've got a thing with the gang over
Oh, those
there.
guys, yeah.
I love all my peeps at Titleist and FootJoy, so I'm just going to say a shout out to them. They always
That's
take
a
care
free
of me.
shout out for sure.
Not free. Okay, so
Wait a minute, Brian. Were we going to play our dumb game? That's really
Yeah,
dumb
sorry.
that you guys already know
Yes,
the
we went
answer to.
No, I don't know the answer to this. Will, we like to play a little game with all of our guests, so you need to be quiet for 1 second. We have it's a little gambling. Guess Will Arnett's handicap, though we usually play it with whoever's the actual guest, not necessarily Will Arnett. I will go first. I have no more information than the two of you have, except
Coop's
we
played
all
with
have.
me, so that's
Okay,
just
Coop's
to
played with
interject.
you.
I know I was supposed to shut up, but I just want to say
We did have, well, if he remembers, then he's out of it. But if he doesn't remember, we had a conversation with Jason. We can discuss this, but based on his analysis, you're not quite up to his game.
Mm-hmm.
He and I are literally identical. I'm going to call your handicap index a 10.3.
okay.
Kenny?
Just one more note on Cooper's shirt. It's like the Cub Scouts are having a Western Pioneer Day as a fundraiser, and his mom said, "This is the shirt. We got it at JCPenney, and have fun, Cooper." And
And now we can lay it to rest. Kenny, thank you for that. And just one more before we go. It's like he dug up one of those time capsules in his backyard. Somebody in like the 30s.
It was
Okay.
Perry Como's time capsule, Cowboy Day.
Okay. Sorry. So Bobber, you're saying 10-2.
Dust
I'm
Bowl.
saying 10.2, if that's what I said.
All right.
Kenny, what are you saying?
He's an 11.35.
Okay.
And all I have
We
to
always
do,
go to the hundreds?
all I have to do is take the under, and I win. And I take the under because I've seen him. He hits it like a hockey player who got suspended, who's mad on the side, just hitting slap shots as hard as he can because the coach won't put him in. He swings angry, he swings loose, violent, and it's pretty touchy. Around the greens, his hands get soft. I think he's a 9-8.
Okay.
Oh, God. Pinching me. Okay, here we go. Will?
ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
9.6.
Okay.
6.
Damn it. I mean, I said 10.2. That's close.
He takes a big cut. It's like an old Rory Sabatini cut.
Well, it should be noted, like, as we all know, we're all working on our games at all times. Even now when we're here, we're working on our game, right? We're thinking about. So I went to the range the last couple of days. I didn't play a bunch this year because I was working. And then, so my new thing is, and I was saying it as if I knew what the F I was talking about. I had my 15-year-old at the range with me yesterday, and I kept going, man, it's all about tempo. And I'm thinking in my head, like, shut the hell up, dude. You should try to get some tempo, right?
Will, when you close your eyes and you think about the greatest shot you've ever hit, and then subsequently the worst shot you ever hit, I know you played with a lot of fun people, some celebs, anything top, in front of a crowd in particular is always when things seem to kind of, as you mentioned, grip it a little harder. Anything?
Well, I remember I played that AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am a few years back, and I remember on the first tee, and Bill Murray was there, and the people are lined up tight. And I was just reminded of that video we've all seen where was it a guy or a woman who drilled it? The woman, yeah, she hit just an absolute line drive twice into the crowd.
Yeah, right.
And I just thought, Jesus, don't be that. Don't kill anybody. So I did okay on that. But on that same tournament, the next day, Bateman was a couple groups behind me.
JB.
Shout out to JB. Jakey Bates. And we're on the first, you go 1, 2 is the par 5, and then 3 you come back, and there's that, it's the dog leg left there at Pebble. And he puts his second in the sand. There's like a road right there. And he sculls it out of the sand, and he directly hits a car. He tells me after, he goes, I'm up there, and there are all these people watching. He goes, and I absolutely drill it line drive, and I hit a car. And I go, what'd you do? And he goes, I just looked down, grabbed the rake, pretended that nothing happened, and just walked away. He didn't do anything. He didn't go, hey, sorry, whatever. He just pretended like he had nothing to do with it. It was amazing. So good.
Did you caddy for him there?
Yeah, on the last day, I finished before he did. Okay. And his buddy who was caddying for him had to leave, so this other guy was doing it. So when I was done, I went back and I caddied for him for like the final 5 holes.
Fun?
Yeah, just for shits and gigs. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing with a golf club. I don't know what I'm doing carrying golf clubs. So it's just, Marc, our producer, should be noted, is a stick. He's a very good golfer. Yeah. I played with him many times over the years. He reminded me of a story one time we were playing years ago in New Jersey. Marc and me and Chris Pratt, TV and Films Chris Pratt, who we adore, hilarious guy, great guy, funniest dude in the room. And Pratt, about the second or third hole, I forget what it was, hits a shot, and he's like, oof, threw my back out. And he says, I'm going to go in. We're like, do you want to switch? No, you guys keep going. I'm just going to go in and let me just go and deal in, and I'll see you guys later. So Marc and I continue to play. We play full 18. We're coming in. It's kind of like twilight. We're coming into 18, and just behind the 18th green, we see this being lying on the ground with his knees up, and it's Pratt, and he's been waiting there for hours for us to come in, lying on the grass just beyond 18. By the way, we drove him back because we were his ride to the city. We drove him back here to New York City. He gets out of the car, bent over, and he walked, and he was like, see you, man, that was a great day. Fully bent over.
I love when people get hurt. I don't know why. Pain in a grown man. Like, it's self-inflicted.
I saw a guy kill a goose once. I saw a guy off a tee at Diker out in Brooklyn off the tee. This guy was a terrible golfer, and he hit a goose and he killed it. I played last week. I hadn't played a bunch. I played a little bit this summer, and then I played last week back in California with JB, Jakey Bates, a.k.a. Jason Bateman. He shot an 81. Dr. Gary shot an 80. Dr. Gary's very consistent. You guys don't know him, but all you need to know is he's very consistent.
Can we get him on the show?
Is his first name Gary?
Of course.
Do you go Doctor
his first
name?
By the way, I played with him for years. I do not know his last name. And he's a member of the club. I don't know his last name. I just know him as Dr. Gary. What's exactly? So he shot an 80. JB shot an 81. Rob Mack shot. The Maxer shot an 83, and I brought up the caboose with an 85. So, and I felt good about it. Did I leave a couple out there? Sure. But all things said, it wasn't an embarrassing performance.
Speaking of Rob Mack, are you considering just going with Will R? Just shortening the Arnett, just for the hell of it?
I mean, by the way, I'd love to go just full Will, like a Brazilian footballer. I mean, I would love that.
Or a highlight player. Absolutely. Zugata serves to Zubi, and the game is on. I went there all the time in college. The old Fronton at the old MGM.
Yeah. Did you really? You went and saw live highlight?
That was our go-to event. We smoked marijuana, It's okay to admit that now. It's legal.
Shout out marijuana.
Free shout out
Dr.
marijuana
Gary.
sponsor. And then
Are they a sponsor too?
No.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You could get in for free the last 2 or 3 games. And you could pool your money, and we'd yell during their backswing to try to make them choke because there's an over-under line. Thought that we were going to get buried out of Lake Mead or something if things went wrong. But no, highlight, an utterly entertaining sport. It exists only in Miami at this point.
I wouldn't even know if I wouldn't know what's happening. I wouldn't know.
It's like racquetball with 3 walls. It can't bounce twice. Same rules. There's 8 teams. They rotate. Team 1 plays team 2. The show's now, there's no more golf. We're just all highlights. So the ball is called a pelota, and the wicker basket thing is called a cesta. I happen to have 2 of them in my basement in Seattle.
Did you smoke any pelota when you were thinking about buying this?
That's a valid question, Coop. That is.
Hey, I have a way more serious question because you're described as a big fitness guy. I think Cooper mentioned that. People
Is that
say
true?
that.
Wow.
They say now. If I were doing like a real story, I would have studied up harder. But on Wikipedia, anyway, it mentions the fitness nut aspect of you. But then it says he can even bench press 165 pounds. I'm like, they screwed you over there. They did you wrong. That's like a warm-up number, like one,
That's my max.
I mean, I'm not doing a lot anymore myself. I do more of a maintenance thing, but 165 as though that's a bragging point. You need to sue Wikipedia.
First of all, I would love to. I'd love to get it. I'd love to sue. So I'd love to be part of a class action anywhere. I'm looking. So if anybody's got a class action they need somebody to jump in on, call me. Here's the true answer. I was saying this to somebody today. He was asking, they say, what do you do? I'm not really a fitness nut. By the way, my side is brought to you by the fine people over at Camel Blue. Camel Blue, still got it. So I don't lift anything now. I'm 55.
You're doing bands?
I don't do bands. I don't lift ever above 15 pounds, and I just do tons of reps. Because I believe, because I want to get that sort of sinewy, just kind of, I don't want to get bulked up. I don't want to look like some jackass. You know what I mean? I don't need to have a thick neck. You know what I mean? I don't want to look like, I don't want to have a Peyton Manning look. You know what I mean?
Impossible.
As long as your push-ups are better than Robert Kennedy's, I'm with you. I think you're doing the right thing. You're doing small stuff.
God.
You're doing a lot of small
Get
stuff.
him started on that.
Is that what you're doing?
First of all, I'm not going to get started on that, but I will say, I mean, respect to the guy working out in blue jeans all the time.
Yeah.
By the way, Kenny, it's good to hear that you're now pulling the ball because that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit inside out.
That's a good sign.
Over there, I was so scared. I was so nervous playing, not just playing in front of you two, but the whole thing. There were people, there were caddies. We're at the damn old course,
You probably talked about it a lot. How was I was going to come over. There was a chance I was going to come over and join you boys. I really wanted to. How was that?
Brian played lights out. Kenny almost
77.
killed a family in a moving van, is now still under repair. And I just laughed my way all the way through.
I hit 2 cars is what really happened. I admitted my guilt. I felt terrible afterward for being wrong. I paid my debts. I lost money to these bastards 2 days in a row. And with that, we're going to take a break and try to get some of that money back.
All right.
Look at that move. Did you see that?
That was,
Boy, that was good. That's some broadcasting right there. That is some world-class That's years of By the way, boys, you can't teach that.
No.
Oh, we're back, right?
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
So it reminds me of
Will taking over the show. Go.
Sorry, I don't mean to take over the show. I've had 40 Diet Cokes and 30 coffees, and I'm working on a Zin right now.
He's a real fitness guy.
Yeah. I just killed 12 darts on my way here. So a couple years ago, I was playing out in California at this a place we play all the time, and I come up 18, and I hit my drive a little bit in the Branca on the right, and I'm like, and I try to hit out of this stuff. It was gnarly lie. And I hit one of our caddies is up ahead of us. This guy, good buddy of mine who I play with, the best dude. I hit him straight in the ass with my shot out of the thing. Okay, I hit him in the ass. He's like, Jesus. Luckily, he's a larger fellow, so he had a lot of cushion, and we were laughing about it. And I'm like, man, I'm really sorry, dude. And then my ball dropped there. And then I hit my next shot onto the green and made my putt. And I made a 4. True story.
Off his ass.
Off his ass.
Well, I always think the scorecard should actually be sort of like an essay. They shouldn't just be a numerical thing. There should be words associated to explain why this or that happened. It'd be a much more interesting tale after as you're having your beers talking about your game.
I think you're right. There's artistry to that.
I think no one wants to hear any more than anything other than a number. No one wants to, well, I kind of tweaked it on 11. An essay, the worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
No, but if you hit off a guy's butt and still save par, there should be a place in the scorecard for that.
That's true.
Occasionally,
We also-
that one,
Yeah.
that where you hit a car on the old course at St. Andrews, which is common as I understand it, but you doing it on your second shot, that's worth discussing, because who's ever done that?
Well,
no
that's
one.
why I moved to PXG immediately after that round. Free shout out PXG.
Shout out.
I would imagine Jakey Bakes or whatever J Bates?
Jakey Bates.
Jakey Bates. He's probably
Jakey
a
Bates.
little persnickety when it comes to how his caddy handles things.
Oh, I had a caddy this summer somewhere else described this other dude that we play with, but it certainly could apply to JB sometimes if he's in a mood. Like reading a putt for him is like reading a putt for Stalin. Like, you better get it right, because you might end up in the gulag, man.
Did he lean on you for a little? Is it? You think it's a cup and a half, Willie? Did he say it? Or
He didn't really lean on me, but he gets serious. He takes it really serious. I mean, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs. But sometimes I remember last year we were playing, and the first five holes he was not having a good time, and he couldn't make anything. And of course, you know how it goes. You're playing with your buddy. Your buddy's not playing well, and you're playing great. And he is a better golfer than I am. He's really worked on it, and that's what you get playing golf 5 days a week. And so he's and if you don't believe me, ask his wife. And so
I love the compliment / backhand.
always
left-handed.
always, never a full compliment. And so he's struggling a little bit, and finally, like on the 60, he hits a good one, and he's feeling pretty confident. And he literally, I'm not joking, turned around and said, "All right, you guys can have fun now."
He's in charge of the fun.
And so when I watch golfers play, when I watch on the weekend, like we all do on a Sunday at home, I'd pick out certain guys. Like I'll watch, like Max Homa's got really great tempo. And so I just try to do that. And I just try, and I find when I do that, then I play better and forget, you know how it is. You could think about a million things, then you get screwed up. What I try to do, I play my best when I just slow it down and I just look at the ball, look at my target and go, just put the ball over there. And then just stand up and do it. That's it. That's all I do.
I like that. That resonates with me right there. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Do you not get yardages?
No,
Is that real?
No,
you
that's
do.
not real. Of course I do.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Well,
I don't get yardages from like 60 in, though. Like if they come and they go, it's 55. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can see.
Brian, I don't know if you remember, Brian, when we were at the old course, I had a caddy on hole 2. He quit giving me yardages, and he goes, "I got you clubbed. I'm never going to tell you a yardage. I'm just going to give you the club." And I went,
I love that.
Okay,
That's great.
And at first he goes 9 iron. I had no idea, because you don't even quite really know where you're going sometimes. And I hit it to, whatever, 4 feet. And I was like, "Buddy, if you tell me to bet it all on red, I'll do it right now. We're going to arena." So.
Will, do you play better when you have someone at your side, though? Like I told my caddy, I'm like a 6-month-old puppy. I need constant affirmation. I need you to say that was good. And it gets in your head that, oh, I know what I'm doing. And I'm by myself, and I hit a fucking tree, and I'm going to hit another tree, and I'm going to hit the thing. I'm in that trap. Like all these negative things come into play. But if you have somebody kind of in your ear guiding you, don't you think that's beneficial?
It is, and I've had a couple guys that I play with regularly who are like that I like, who just go, hit this 8 iron the same way that you did back on 8. Just hit that same swing. Like I like that kind of thing. I also respond to positive affirmation. I can't have great Santini next to me. You know what I mean? I need to be encouraged at all. And by the way, in every aspect of my life, let's be clear.
More so in other aspects of your life.
I have somebody keep coming out the door here, just keeps going, "You're doing great."
A hype man. You need a hype man.
Yeah, I do need a hype man. When I played that Pebble Beach a couple years ago, I played with this Canadian kid, Taylor Penrith, who just absolutely smashes the ball. Great dude, great kid. This kid had like 234 uphill to that small green into the wind. and he takes out this iron, and I'm standing there, and he smashes it, right? I'm like, holy shit, goes up, boom, one bat lands on the green. I look at his caddy and I go, what did he hit? And he goes, 6. And I go, that guy just hit 234 uphill into the wind with a 6 iron. So of course, like that messes with me because I'm like, I would have had to use 2 drivers to get it up there, taped to each other. You know what I mean? But and tell me what you guys think. We all grew up. Well, certainly we all witnessed the Tiger Woods era and the dawning of the new era of golf, right? Which was just hit it really hard and high and pin hunting and just putting it in the perfect spot, et cetera. And what I think that we've all been kind of trained to think that we have to hit that, right? So you put it on the green and you're 20 yards to the left. And you're like, oh shit, I should have. It's like, dude, no. That's great. That's a great shot. Like you're up there. You're in the game. And I think that we all have this really false. You ever follow those things like on social media where they show like percentage of putts made and
Right. Yeah.
how often the pros hit it to within 15 feet. And it's like, what are we doing?
Take a victory lap.
No, 100%.
Yes, take a victory lap.
Yeah, it's like a 10-footer is like 50%, right?
Yeah.
I mean, depending on if it's moved, like for a pro, it's something like that. 10, 12 feet, 8, 10, 12 feet, it's like 50%.
Yeah.
And yet we get over it and we expect to make every single one of them.
Yeah.
Or, I just did this wrong. It's like, no, you missed it.
Well, a great piece of advice, Jakey Bates. We were playing a couple years ago, and I hit a second shot on a par 5. And I forget, I pulled it, maybe I put it in the water, some shit, and I was like, oh man. And up on the other hole going the other way above us was Dustin Johnson playing a sort of practice round with some friends. And JB goes, he can't do what you do.
Right.
And I was like, it was like a perspective. Like I went, it was a very kind. It was the nicest thing he's ever said to me, by the way.
We'll talk Canadian football when we return on Who Needs a Fourth. No, We Need a Fourth. That's the show. Back with Will Arnett. You grew up in Canada, born in Canada. How long were you in Canada until you moved where? New York was your first United States thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Teens, 20?
I was 20. I moved here to New York when I was 20 years old, 1990.
Okay.
And
you said you're a huge hockey guy, still are. Were you a Canadian Football League fan? I have a good friend who played up there. You'll probably know his name. Jimmy Sandusky, little receiver, Edmonton and BC. Just say yes. Just say yes. I remember the Grey Cup victories. Yeah. Why were there 2 teams? There were 2 teams. Remember, there was the Rough Riders and the Rough Riders. One had a compound word, Rough Rider, and the other one was 2 words. Explain that.
I wish I could. Saskatchewan Rough Riders and then the Ottawa Rough Riders. Mm-hmm. That's always been a thing. Who the hell knows? CFL football is a funny thing, man. It's managed to kind of hang on improbably. It's funny.
They got like 10 teams left. They're still playing right now as we tape this.
Remember they had a minute because
they came to America. Yeah, they had a Baltimore team.
Baltimore.
That was weird. I didn't buy that. I think they were trying to expand because ESPN had the TV deal. I thought that they could bring more audience by doing it that, but leave them up there. Warren Moon played in the CFL. It's a vaunted league. It's been around forever.
Oh yeah.
I was at this Fox seminar the day we were talking about the NFL, and they were talking about the casual football fan in the NFL, which everybody's that's the most watched thing on TV. I mean, literally the 199th best thing on network television is like a Jaguars Niners game, and the 200 is some sort of NBC special. Anyway, they were saying the casual football fan watches like 4 games hard, and then it's on the other times, but they're not tuning in. So don't, as they were kind of preaching to the announcers, don't hesitate to continue to educate. They don't know as much as you think. But Will, you told me you watch every single Toronto Maple Leaf game during the season. So there's no tiptoeing around here. This is a hardcore fan we're talking to.
Yeah. And I did tell you, and it's a true story. I do watch every single game. We've had great moments. We have some great players, but it's been tough going, and we've lost 7 Game 7s in the last decade, and that's been pretty rough. And I don't know why I do it to myself. And what happens is they lose in May, usually the first round. This year, the second round, and 2 years ago in the second round. And then I go, I'm done. and I mean it. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. I don't care. And then like October, my dad will start texting me, and it'll be like the third game of the season. He's like, I don't know, Austin Matthews looks pretty good right now, and blah blah blah. I'm like, Dad, I told you I'm out. I'm not playing. And then by November 15th, I'm just in a full dialogue with my dad about it. You know what I mean?
And then in the world of like reactions, will you get more mad at something going wrong watching hockey, or you hitting a bad shot when you really needed, something?
Hockey for sure. I'm pretty zen about golf because I go out there because I like having a good time. I don't really. I'm not one of those guys. I don't snap clubs. I played with a guy once who played so poorly. This is in New Jersey about 30 years ago, and he was so mad. He had shot the water. We were in Korson. He drove up to the little pond and he threw his entire set into the pond. And he went to the clubhouse and bought a new set of clubs.
I love that guy. Well, it wasn't Dr. Gary, was it?
No, it wasn't Dr. Gary. It was my buddy Charlie Schiff out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
We need a fourth, and we need Charlie. I want to hear about that.
Well, we did a bet in Scotland, and whoever was the farthest away from the pin, it turned out to be Cooper, had to do the dare, whatever the dare was. And I said, I think you should take your offending club and throw it into the North Sea off this cliff, because you could from where we were almost. And they ended up settling on you had to drink some horrible potion, the haggis.
Yeah, I was drinking haggis.
Haggis shake.
Oh, haggis shake.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
It was very Canadian.
Delicious.
It was very Canadian.
Yeah. No, I don't get mad about golf. I mean, in the moment, I'm like, oh shit.
And like you, Will, for me, golf, I don't do yoga. I know that's surprising to a lot of people.
By the way, this is breaking news.
That was going to be the name of this show.
I don't do yoga.
He's more a tight sheet.
I don't do yoga, but I use golf as meditation 100%. Like you get 4 hours and you're thinking about nothing, not work, not family, not whatever distracts you on your phone, but you're just focusing on putting this little stupid ball into this little stupid hole, and that it totally resets me.
But Will, what about other people you play with that makes you mad? There's got to be something. You got to get a little impatient on occasion when somebody's doing something.
Yeah, I don't like. Slow play drives me crazy. You know the thing. It doesn't matter how good a golfer you are. It doesn't matter as long as you play fast. Who gives a shit? And I had a guy say to me actually recently. We were playing out on eastern part of Long Island, this great club. And at the end, I was like, "Oh man, I feel so sorry. I played so bad." And he said, "Nobody noticed."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow!"
No one cares.
And it was a great reminder. He's like, but people playing slow drives me crazy. People being kind of loud or just. I believe, like everybody else, in ready golf. So you get up to the tee. It doesn't need to be a ton of pageantry about it. But if a guy makes a birdie, let him tee off first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's an accomplishment. They've accomplished something.
Yeah.
What about a guy who's mean to the caddy?
I have had words with a friend who's mean to the caddy. I was playing with a buddy of mine. He was doing this thing. He's a good buddy of mine, and he's a little bit out there. And he says, we were playing again on Long Island this summer, par 5, and I got out there and I had a birdie putt. It was probably 10 feet, and as I'm addressing the ball, he's like, "This is for birdie, right?" And I look up and I go, yeah. And by the way, I don't play big money games or whatever. Like I'm pretty relaxed about the way I play. I'm not. A lot of guys get super. I'm not. I'm competitive, but not in golf because it's not worth it to me. I'm competitive in life. And so he does that to me. And then a few holes later, was same thing. It was another par 5, and I get up there. I had a great third shot. And I had about 4 feet. And as I'm over the ball, he goes, "This is for 4, right?" And I stepped away and I go, "Dude, I swear to God, I go, dude, that is fucking rude." I said, "That's bullshit and that's fucking Bush League and don't bring that shit here, okay? You know that it's for 4 and blah, blah, blah." And then I made the putt. So
there you go.
You referenced how every good story should start back in New Jersey 30 years ago. I like that. That doesn't matter what we're talking about. That's, I think, the way, that's like I was playing with a guy one time and he said, "Missed the cut in Reno." I go, "That's all I need to know." That's the shit is going down.
And then the guy's first name and first Bobby T was with me that day. And
he got on a roll.
I want to know about this movie.
Yeah.
The trailer to it is amazing.
Amazing.
You go up, a stand-up comic, they said, get out there, just tell stories, and you freeze, but then you just start telling a real story, and it's a dark story, but it's kind of funny is the way you deliver it, right? It's Is This Thing On? That's the movie.
Is This Thing On? It's based on a true story on a real guy. This guy John Bishop, who's a great stand-up in the UK and also a really great guy whom I met a number of years ago, and he told me a story of how he became a stand-up, and I just it's a really compelling story. And it sort of evolved from there, and so it is based on that. That was certainly the inspiration, and so we were working on it for a while. And my writing partner Marc Chappell and I, and then Bradley Cooper, we were talking about what I was working on. I said, "Hey, I wouldn't mind you taking a look at this," and I sent it to him just to sort of so he could have get some feedback, and he was like, "Hey, I want to make this movie with you," and I was like, "Wow, okay." And so he came on and did all these great rewrites. And Bradley's he's just an absolute. I joke when I use the word artist because sometimes it makes my eyes roll so far in the back of my head I'm going to die. But he's a beast of an artist. This guy, he's incredible, and he just brought so much. And all the stuff that he brought to the script and then also to the filmmaking was just unbelievable. And
you were so handsome. I thought you were Bradley Cooper for a minute. I did.
Wow. I will take the compliment. I mean, this is. I'm going to tell him. But in the retelling, it's that Kenny Mayne thought I was a handsome Bradley Cooper. That's what I heard.
You have pointed twice into the corner of the room. Is he standing in the corner of the room?
Oh, can I send him my script right now? Give us your email. Actually, Marc has mine. We'll just transfer it because it's that easy. Let's go, Bradley.
No, he's not here. He's. I do that because he's just up the street. So he's so funny.
You just gestured twice.
Will, we know you got to go, Will. It's been quick, but last question. I think this is kind of if you could change one thing about golf, is there something?
Yeah. Right off the bat, and I asked this. I happen to have the opportunity to meet a couple of presidents. Luckily, just because of what we do and various things, and we sat down with Joe Biden years ago when he was first president, and I asked him if he'd make me the golf czar. Because it's a position that doesn't exist and should. We need somebody at the top, right?
That's very good.
He didn't really give me an answer, to be fair. But the reason I said that I wanted to be golf czar is golf should be 12 holes. It should be 6 and 6. Perfect. Nobody gets tired. You know how it is. By 13, you're tired.
That would probably make it too popular.
Yeah.
But is 9 enough for you?
It can be in a pinch for sure. You know what happened? With 9, you go like, I'm just going to go play 9, and then you finish 9. You're like, maybe I should just play a couple more.
Yeah.
So I don't mind a gentleman's 9 every once in a while late on a Sunday afternoon, and grab something to eat with the kids. But I do think, and I think that everybody should think it should be 6 and 6. I think it would be perfect.
It's been
Your
ordained.
Your next golf czar right here on We Need a Fourth. We've got it.
There would also be a lot of expensive real estate out there in the world where if you just got rid of 6 holes.
By the way, if I'm a golf club, I'm like, there we go. Now we're in the money.
Here's my question. Your golf bucket list. What course are you playing? Who are you playing with? What would make this your perfect day or round of golf?
Well, that's a tough one. I would have to say, because I'd like another shot at it, I'd have to say Augusta.
Okay.
Right. I want to go back there at my best, feeling good, feeling confident. And I'd want to play with peeps that I like, so I'd have to throw in sweet Jakey Bates. Always a good time.
The doctor.
Okay.
right? I don't know if I'd bring Dr. Gary Kenny. I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
I do but boy, is he consistent. I just can't say that enough. And I would say Jakey Bates, my buddy Danny Dees, who's my good buddy. And you know who I'd throw in there? I'm looking at him in the bottom square because I had a lot of fun. I'd put Coop in there.
Ooh.
Wow.
That'd be a lot of
That's
fun.
high
That's high
praise
praise.
for me.
Coop,
Yeah,
you
high
guys
praise.
know, playing with Coop is fun as hell.
Yeah. Agreed.
Fun as hell.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Having you as a guest is fun as hell, Will. We can't thank you enough for being a part of this and also kind of vouching for us because without you, this thing doesn't happen. So
You guys rule.
Thanks for your time and great luck with the movie. I can't wait to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
And you'll have to play with us sometime. It may not
play-
be it may not be your bucket list, but let's play.
This is a fourth. This is a foursome right here. Let's do it.
Jakey B already told us to play with him. We'll just come out doubleheader. You or all of us. We'll play like 8 people at once. No
Yeah.
rules.
Bates is our fifth.
Not
Perfect.
tucking in my shirt. Just let it be known.
Thanks, Willie. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Will.
We Need a Fourth is produced by SmartLess Media and Electric Avenue. Brian Baumgartner, Cooper Manning, Kenny Mayne, and Stewart Bailey are executive producers. Produced by Ann Harris and Kyle McGraw. Engineered by Kyle McGraw. Edited by Joshua Richmond. The associate producer is Maddie McCann. Executive producer for Electric Avenue is Marc Forman. Executive producers for SmartLess Media are Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, Richard Korson, and Bernie Kominski.
Guys, if you're enjoying We Need a Fourth, do all the things. Rate us, review us, like us, and please subscribe to us. We appreciate it so much, and it's going to help other people to find this podcast.